We're pleased to welcome to WKRG Sports Overtime Roger McCreary and his mom, Felicia James. We're here at Williamson High School, and Roger McCreary Day was held on Friday. And what did you think about Roger McCreary Day, the proclamation? And it wasn't just your day because you had to share it with three other guys here in Mobile that were playing in the Senior Bowl.
It's just great to finally have this day they call Roger McCreary Day. It's something I always looked up to growing up, and to finally actually have the day here, it's just great to see my achievements, see everything I've been through in my life, and I'm just grateful for every opportunity I had here.
We got a chance to look back at your life, not only your play at Auburn and Williamson, but the development years in park ball, and your mother was a big part of that. Did she push you into football? Because once upon a time I heard she was a pretty good football player.
I wouldn't say she pushed me in football. I say she pushed me in basketball more because that was her main sport. But I used to love basketball growing up, but later on in life I started to see that football is something that I know is going to be better in life and stuff. So, man, when she knew football was me, really truly me, and that's what I truly love. That's when she started pushing me more and yelling at me, all that stuff, being hard on me. And that's the person who made me tough, and I feel like it's all because of my mom.
Felicia, you were an outstanding basketball player, but you played football with the boys when you were young. What was that? That's not unusual around here, is it?
No, sir. A whole lot of kids come out and play after the movie Little Giants came out. I think everybody wanted to build a little ice box. So to have that opportunity and push it in and instill it in him, then I knew he was a young man who can make up for it or who can make it better.
And for the record, your nickname was Icebox. I told everybody when I said she's Ice, it had to be named after Little Giants. And they said, what movie was that? It was so long ago. But there was the coach's daughter in that movie, and she was the linebacker, and she hit hard. And I guess your mom had a reputation, didn't she?
Oh, yes, sir. She had a big reputation, so I kind of had to live to some high expectations in life. There's a lot of people who you got to be great, you got to be good. I'm like, oh, man, that's a lot on my shoulder, but I feel like I did good, to live up to my mom's name.
After doing this for so many years, over 4 decades, and watching so many young kids come up and get college scholarships and go on to the NFL, not just from Williamson, I think it's all really back in the roots in park ball and how competitive park ball is. How much of that played a part of your life as a great football player?
Growing up in park ball, we have a lot of talent here in Mobile. There's some guys I feel would be in way better position than me, but them guys, they made bad mistakes and everything, and I was smart enough to try to do the smart way, go the smart way, just stay out the way and just be me. It's just great just being in this neighborhood because there's a lot of great people here that made me who I am today.
Felicia, with your background in sports, when you went to an Auburn game, were you one of those folks, parents up in the stands calling plays and saying, here's what they should do, or Roger's out of position? Or
Of course, I think every parent who have been watching sports since they was a child or watching their children grow up into what they are now, still one of those parents who like to scream and holler and act like they know more than the coaches do, even though they might not. I was still one of those parents that ran down the sideline every chance I got whenever anything was happening. Yes, sir.
I'm sure I know the answer to this question, but I know you're proud of all of his accomplishments in athletics, but when he got his degree at Auburn, it has to be the most proudest moment of your life.
You have no idea how proud. I'm just happy he went back to even get his degree, to graduate from college, to be the first of my mother's kids, grandchildren, or the first of the family. I'm very proud. Words cannot even express how proud of him I am. I think I cried that day. I cry all the time.
And you really have to, know about time management to get it done with all the demands for a football player in the SEC, right?
Yes, sir. That was my main focus when coming back to college, was to get a degree. I have to get a degree, and that was my main focus coming back next year, and I feel I made my family proud with that.
What was your most favorite play at Auburn? I know a couple of interceptions that come to mind, but that dominating performance in the Iron Bowl, what stands out?
I would say my most favorite memory from college, I would say my first interception against LSU. My first pick. That boosted my confidence. That made me feel like I belong in this league. And from then on, that's when I made up a great play since then.
We're getting a chance to play with Velus Jones and Jalen Tolbert and Neil Farrell. And also now the new addition with the late addition from the kid from Spanish Fort. His name is Trey Berry, who joined from Boston College. So 5 local guys says a lot for Mobile, Alabama, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. I grew up with some of them guys, so it's just great to practice with them and knowing we're from the same neighborhood and everything. We get to live our childhood dream. It was just great out there being like practicing with them, and we both on the same team. So it was just great to be with them.
I know you don't want to leave Auburn on a note of losing streak, but you hope that they will rebuild and get things going. But you gave Alabama a tussle in that 4 overtime game. We thought we'd seen it all, right, with that kick six a couple of years back, but 4 overtimes was an amazing thing. They'll always remember that game, won't they?
That was like the most exciting game ever for me. More intense game, the longest college game I ever been in. So it's just that whole environment. That was sometimes I had some bad plays, but I kept pushing because I wanted to get all I got in my last collegiate game, and I felt like I did great. And the ending, it was bad, but I was happy with everything that happened in that game.
And still a lot of work to do because the Combine's coming up, and then the draft. If all goes well, what would be the best case scenario? What's your favorite team? Where would you like to play? What part of the country would you like to live in as your life gets ready to go to the next chapter?
Me, I'm just grateful to be in this opportunity, to have the chance to get drafted. So it don't matter what team I'm go to, I'm gonna be happy because I want to live this dream of just playing NFL. So it don't matter what team I go to.
So you're wearing the Auburn 23 jersey today. His high school jersey was retired. You'll be wearing an NFL jersey next year, huh?
Yes, I will. Whatever team that chooses him or he goes to, represent them just to the fullest. As long as he's on the team, I am his biggest fan, that team's biggest fan, and will always be there for him.
And this next chapter in life, it never stops, right? The accomplishments and whatever, you're starting all over again, right? And that's where you got to get the motivation from mom and grandma and all the other folks that are the village that are helping raise you, right?
Yes, sir. Going into this next chapter, like I said, throughout my whole process, it was all because of the support system here in my community. And just having that support is what made me want to become a better player. So I know at the next level, there'll be some ups and downs, but with having my support back home, people who always have my back, I know that I'm going to do great in the league, and that's my confidence going into the league.
All right, we're awful proud of you, and I know the folks here at Williamson High School are proud of you, and this lady over here is very, very proud of you. And we look forward to the next chapter in the NFL, and who knows, maybe you'll get a chance to play in the Super Bowl one day. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, yes, sir. That's my goal, to come in and play right away and help the team win the Super Bowl.
I think that's going to happen. Thanks for talking with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Roger McCreary and his great mom, who has done a really good job raising this young man, Felicia James. And we'll be back with more of Sports Overtime on WKRG News 5 right after this.